Saturday mornings in Maplewood were always slow and quiet, but inside the Rodriguez home, life was anything but silent. The kitchen smelled of pancakes, the radio hummed softly in the background, and laughter from two teenagers echoed through the small house. For Elena Rodriguez, a nurse and single mother, this chaos was her comfort. Since losing her husband years ago, she had poured her entire heart into raising Sofia and Daniel. Romance? That chapter, she believed, had been closed for good. There was no space for it between work shifts, school runs, and late-night homework sessions. Her world revolved around her children, and that was enough. Or so she thought. One autumn afternoon, the doorbell rang. Elena opened it to find a man standing there with a basket of fresh bread. He smiled warmly and said, "Hi, I'm Thomas Miller. I just moved in next door. Thought I'd introduce myself." Sofia peeked over her mother's shoulder and whispered, "He seems nice." Daniel grinned, "Mom, he brought food. He's definitely nice." Their laughter loosened the air, and from that moment, Thomas wasn't just a stranger anymore. Days turned into weeks, and Thomas began weaving himself quietly into their routine. He helped Daniel with math problems, swapped gardening tips with Elena, and sometimes stayed for dinner, filling the dining table with stories and laughter that had been missing for years. Elena noticed the wall she had built around her heart slowly giving way. One evening, after a long dinner, Elena walked Thomas to the porch. The air was crisp, the street glowing under golden leaves. They stood there in a gentle silence that felt comfortable, not forced. Then Thomas said softly, "Elena, I know life hasn't been easy for you. But sometimes love knocks on the door again. Maybe it's okay to open it." Her chest tightened. For so long, she had pushed away the thought of love, afraid it would dishonor her husband's memory. But then she remembered his words, spoken long ago, "Promise me you'll keep living, even when I'm gone." Elena's eyes softened as she smiled. "You've already knocked," she said quietly, "and I think I'm ready to answer." From that day on, love didn't just live next door, it lived in their home. Sofia and Daniel didn't see Thomas as a replacement for their father, but as someone who brought new colors into their story. And Elena discovered something she had never believed possible. When love returns, it doesn't erase the past. It simply writes a new chapter, one stitched with memory, hope, and the courage to begin again.